Guys, Bill coming back at you with another video, and today we're going to be harvesting this Alien Vs Triangle from Mephisto Genetics. Okay guys, so there she is there, and let's take a couple steps back, see if we can get her all in. She's probably about 4 feet high. And so this is the 5-gallon fabric pot that she's grown in. She's grown in ProMix HP, which is my preferred medium for growing in. And all she's had for training is just that little LSD there. And the way she shot up, I just kind of let her go. And this is what happened. So we have some really big colas here. Those top ones there are close to a foot long, pretty thick, really thick actually. So like, see if I can get my arm in here. Like, pretty massive buds. So one thing I do want to talk about, and some of you probably have already noticed, and what we're going to talk about today is, if we get in here and look at the bud structure a little bit closer, we can see foxtails. So this here is a foxtail. Now I did pull one out of here because I'm going to show you a close-up of it here in a second. But so what causes foxtails? There's two main reasons that cannabis will foxtail. One is genetics. Sativas and sativa hybrids have a much higher chance of foxtailing just because of the genetics, and they'll do it no matter how you grow it. They'll just foxtail. The other reason, now that's classified as good foxtailing. There's also bad foxtailing, which is due by environmental factors, mostly including this. Your light. If your light is too close and they're getting too much light or heat from the light, then that can cause them to foxtail also. Now that, if it's caused by the light and heat, that can also lower your potency of your bud. So if that's happening, what you want to do is try to get that light higher, and that will lower the heat at the top of the plant too, so that should slow it down, if not stop it. Now the genetics, the one way to tell whether it's genetics or environmental is to look at your top buds, your tallest buds. Now they're foxtailed right here, right? So in order to check to see if it's genetics, we would just want to go down the plant. Let's go down. Let's go over to this one here. This one is probably about 6 inches from the top. Now, again, foxtailed. Okay? So this one's not getting as much light. It's not as close to the light, and it's not as close to the heat source. And then you come down to this one, which is about a foot away from the top. And again, get some pretty big foxtails there. So it's starting to look like it's genetics. So let's go down to this one, way down here. Now this one is, I'll show you, it's almost 3 feet away from the top. So, and if we look on the side here, she's foxtailed too. Still really frosty. But, so we can tell now, since that one down there, which is getting hardly any light or heat, is still foxtailed, then we can tell that this is 99% chance of this being genetics. So and I'm totally fine with that. I've grown this strain 3 times before. Once it foxtailed, the other 2 they didn't, but the stuff that was foxtailed smoked just as well, and it was just as potent, if not more potent, than the other 2 that didn't foxtail. So I'm really not concerned at all about it. Let's take a look at some of these trichomes in here. Let's see if I can zoom this right in. Very nice. All the way down. Beautiful. Now this one has an earthy smell with just a hint of a pine smell I'm catching off it too, with a little bit of sweet. I'm really bad at smells that way, but describing smells. But anyway, that's what I get off of it. So one thing I want to do is I want to show you guys. You can see this hole here. I cut out one of the pieces of that cola to show you guys a close-up of a foxtail. So I'm going to just set you up here on the tripod and give you a closer look at it. Okay, so here's a piece out of that cola there, and we can see here, hopefully this is focused in enough, we can see here that the calyxes, the empty seed pods, they're kind of sideways connected to each other in a cluster, and then at the top, this is where we see it changes and starts to stack on top of each other, which gives you that wiggly little foxtail. So that's what happens when it foxtails, and hopefully you can see that closer, and you can see the calyxes. Calyxes are just look like little balls connected to each other, and if that was pollinated, then each one of those has the potential to grow a seed inside of it. So that's just a close look at a foxtail. Okay guys, so now I'm going to chop this one down. I think I'm just going to do it just by each branch and hang it up and dry it that way. I'm not sure if I'm going to use the bowl trimmer or not. I know the bowl trimmer will most likely take these thin foxtails and chop them off, which is fine too. I might do that route. I can always use that for concentrates of some sort, or I might just do it by hand. Okay guys, so here we go. We'll start untying some of these ties here. Now let's take this big one off first. Okay, there she is. What a beauty. Let's see if I can show you here. Very nice. Okay, we'll just hang that up. Now, some people, as soon as they see a sign of foxtailing, they'll want to chop it down right away. Now, you can do that. I don't, because what you're going to do is you're going to chop it too early, and they're not going to be very potent. You're only going to get a portion of the potency, and that's not what I'm all about. I'm not so concerned with how pretty she looks as much as how well she smokes. So, okay. Alright, the rest of these I think I'll just speed this up for you and throw some music in here. chopped down, hanging up. Let's take a look and see what we got. Okay, so we'll step back here, try to get it all in the picture. There we go. And a little bit of a close-up here. So, turned out to be a pretty good yield overall. They're all nice and sticky. Even some of the lowest buds here are still covered in trichomes. Gonna be super smoke. Some really huge buds here. Not super tight because of the foxtail, but there's still a lot of substance there. So I'm gonna guess for a final dry weight, I'm guessing around between, I'm thinking around 6 ounces. That would be my guess. When I get her all trimmed up, I'll let you know. And but pretty decent yield. I'm happy with that. So okay guys, one more thing. I had a couple of t-shirts made just for myself for while I'm doing the videos, but I've had a couple of people ask about them, and I just wanted to show you what I have right now. I don't have any made for sale at the moment, but just wondering if anybody would be interested in buying a t-shirt to help support the channel. Let me know down below what you think of it. I'm not 100% stuck on the design yet. Just kind of playing around still, but just let me know what you think. And if there's enough interest, I'll see what I can do. I like them. I don't know if the green is showing up on there, but it's a really nice green. So, alright guys, let me know what you think down below on that. And so that will finish this harvest video. And so I'm quite happy with that. And I think that's pretty good for an auto. We have some stuff coming up. I might put out another one tomorrow because I really want to show you guys the Northern Light Big Bud auto there. It was pretty sick. I'm not going to tell you how she's doing. I'm going to show you tomorrow. So make sure you hit that notification bell, and that'll tell you when I post another video. Okay guys, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I'll get back to you, and we'll see you on the next one. Happy growing.